I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on statistics. We'll now understand how to create a frequency polygon from given histogram. The question here is, draw a frequency polygon from the histogram showing the distribution of marks in a math test for 140 students. Maximum mark is 120. Find mean and the modal class. Explain why you cannot find exact median and mean. So this is a very interesting question. We have not given you the values, but information provided is that the total number of students is 140. So we know cumulative frequency. The sum of all these frequencies is 140 and maximum mark is 120. So we'll assume that it goes from 0 to 120, correct? Now within 0 to 120 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars, correct? So these buckets 0 to 120, they're all same spaced, right? So we can divide 120 by 6. So that gives us 20. So the interval is 20. So that becomes the interval. Correct? So we can mark this as 0 to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120. Perfect. Now on the vertical side, we know that the total students are 140. So let's count the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have total of 14, right? So, and number of students is 140. So each box will be how much? So each is going to be, total has to be 140, right? So we'll divide 140 by 14, so we get 10. So this vertical scale is 10. So this will be 10, that will be 20, and then this is 30, 40, 50, that should be 40. These are 10 each, right? So if you add them up, 10 plus 20 is 30, plus 50, 80, plus 4, 120, 130, 140. So it does match with 140 students. Okay, now let's draw the frequency polygon. Now whenever you're drawing the frequency polygon, the idea is to check the midpoints. So whenever we do frequency polygon, then we take this value right at the center, right? So that is the whole idea. So top center are the points which need to be connected, correct? So to draw a frequency polygon, we connect the top center or midpoints, right? So we need to connect top midpoints. So let's, with a straight line, of course. So we are going to just connect these points, and that gives us the frequency polygon. Normally, frequency polygons are used to compare data. So, if you have two of them, we can always compare. For example, we could have had marks in maths and marks in chemistry, for example, and we could compare. Or marks scored by boys and girls, it could be compared, right? So that type of comparison is normally done using frequency polygons. Okay, anyway, we had to just sketch, so we have done our job. So we got the first answer. Now second one is you need to find mean and the modal class. Let me first say what is a modal class. Well, most frequent we don't know, but we know that this particular interval from 40 to 60, we have maximum number of students, right? So let me write down the answer for the modal class first. So we can say the modal class is from 40 to 60. Now let's try to see how to find the mean. Now from the frequency polygon, we can actually find mean. The idea here is that we'll assume that all 10 in the first group from 0 to 20 have scored the average marks, right? So now we look into the average. So average here will be between 0 to 20 will be 10, and then between 20 to 40 will be 30. This should be 50. Let's write the averages now here, right? So that becomes 110. So we are assuming that all 10 students have scored 10 marks, all 20 students have scored 30 marks, 50 students have scored 50 marks, right? 40 have taken 70, 10 and 10 have scored 90 and 110. So therefore, the weighted mean will be what? So we'll just multiply, right? So we get 10 plus 10 times 10 plus 20 times 30, right? Plus 50 times 50 plus 40 times 70, 10 times 90, and 10 times 110, divided by total number of students. Total number of students is 140. So that should give us the mean, right? Let's use the calculator and figure it out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's correct. So 10 times 10 plus 20 times 30 plus 50 times 50 plus 40 times 70 plus 10 times 90 plus 10 times 110, right? So that is total of 8,000. So we get 8,000 divided by 140. We are dividing this by 140 to get the mean, which is 57.14 or approximate to 57, correct? So you can write 57.1 to one decimal place. So the mean, as expected, is right there somewhere, right? Slightly less than 60 within this modal class. So that becomes the mean, estimated mean in our case. Next question here is, explain why you cannot find exact median and mean. Well, definitely we cannot find exact median since we do not know the actual marks, right? Since actual marks are missing, right? Exact values cannot be calculated. Correct? Now there are techniques to find or estimate median, right? So we have a formula which can help you, right? So we'll have 2 links. So I'll provide you links with 2 different ways. We have a formula to estimate, and we could also do cumulative frequency graph. Correct? So these are 2 very popular methods to find median for a group data, as we have in this particular case. So we'll take them up, rather I'll provide you with the links. But I hope you've understood how to sketch a frequency polygon from a given histogram and at least calculate mean from the given data, right? And of course we can see what the modal class is, and that is how we could use this particular strategy to understand the data. I hope it makes sense. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.